In some of the presentations I give, I started by saying that we will cry a bit and we will laugh a bit. We know we can laugh so hard till we start crying. I learned this year that we can cry so much until we start laughing. And we must laugh, because if we don't, it means the evil got to us. And we can't allow that. We're too busy building back hope, trust, and communities. In this room tonight, Americans and Israelis, brothers historically from the same mother, but in terms of culture, from a whole different planet. And culture is well defined by language. You guys, Americans, you misplace stuff. Where are the keys? I misplaced them. We don't have that word in Hebrew. You don't know where it is, you lost it. You might find it, but until then, you lost it. We don't give you a discount. We'll get back to the culture soon. Tonight isn't a story about good versus evil. And while some of the world is still confused on the good versus bad, which is sad and disappointing, this delegation is about us and how the good work better together. The word hakpatza, bouncing, jumping, and jogging. This word, for the Americans here, sounds like a joyful word in each of the translations. For the Israelis, it's not. It's an alert. It means someone is coming to hurt me or my friends. And it's my turn to jump. I'm 46 years old. Haven't been in combat for 19 years. But if you come to me in my sleep and whisper hakpatza into my ears, first, my pulse will jump to 180, and I will jump out of bed. I'd grab a gun, and if there's no gun, then an axe. And if there's no axe, a frying pan will do. And I'll run to the door. Every Israeli that served in the army has this button that can be pressed. Say hakpatza, and they will jump. So tonight is a story about jumping. And so many people did. From both sides of the ocean, each in his own way. And I would like to walk backwards from this evening to that morning. September 2024, 2 months ago. Hosting communities, leaders within those communities, you jumped. And you offered to open your homes and your hearts, and you did. And each one of you is part of the biggest and most mixed delegation I know about that left Israel together. We have Arbel with us. He's 2 months old. We have Yehuda with us. He's 71 years old. A delegation that isn't about explaining our side to the world, and it's not about fundraising too. It's a delegation that glues around 10,000 Jews together in one huge hug. This hug shows us all that we are not alone. It helps us recharge, it empties our empty batteries, and lastly, it gives us hope that we will rise together, stronger and better. Culture, language, lesson again. You say share the burden, or carry the weight together. I heard it tonight. We say in Hebrew, likanes mitachat la'alunka, get under the stretcher. It's part of our culture, the stretcher. Raise your hand if you carry the stretcher. Tarimu yadayim mishirim alunka. You see white shirts? All the Israelis carry the stretcher. This is me, 19 years old, under the stretcher there on the left. When you ask your officer how much more, the answer you get is as much as needed. How does a heavy stretcher keep going? It's a simple rule. I will teach you. Carry as much as you can, and then more. Because when you get to the moment you can't carry for more than 2 more seconds, you just raise your hand, and you will be replaced on the spot. Even if I just came out to rest, I see a hand, I jump in. No one measures, no one judges. Everyone gives 100% at every moment. Everyone gets to rest when they really need to. For all of you involved in this project, thank you for jumping. We have to continue carrying. People are speaking about recovery. We're not there yet. Recovery will start when the war will end, when everyone is back home. All the work we did until now is filling water in a bucket full of holes. Important to make sure it doesn't go empty, but we can't get it full yet. So remember the stretcher rule. How much more? As much as needed. Take your rest when you need it. Jump back in when someone else needs you. This evening is hosted by a wonderful congregation that is led by Rabbi Ben. Rabbi Ben jumped. We met here at your office just a couple of months ago, while I was desperately looking for a home for this event. Rabbi Ben, I started to talk and you got it fast. I felt vibes from you that started with "you had me at hello" and finished with "shut up and take my money." Ben, your heart is as big as this sanctuary, and I want to thank you for jumping in the name of 400 Israelis in this room. December 23 until today, all the leaders that jumped and helped on our prior projects and similar delegations we did. Thank you for laying the foundations for us to be able to do this. And many more amazing people that were part of our journey. All our members that participated in our projects, hosted, bought wine. You all jumped. Thank you. November, we're getting to October. November, UJA, the Federation. Bubu and I, by the way, everybody knows Bubu? Bubu, right. Bubu's my friend from 7th grade, and this whole project began because I called him a day after the 7th of October and I asked, "How are you?" And he said, "I don't know." I know him for 40 years. I asked, "How are you?" He says, "Fine." "How are you?" "I don't know." I went down to Gala to visit him, and then everything started. Bubu, thank you. So we went to the Federation, me and Bubu, to start thinking who wants to listen to us. And we met Mark Madden, which is in Israel now tonight, but he promised to watch this live. I hope he's awake. Bubu and I came into your office, Mark, in December. What we got from you was very nice, but I'm confused on where Project 24 can go. And when we were done, you walked us to the elevator. I told Bubu that's a great sign of respect, but on the other hand, you just maybe want to make sure that we're actually leaving the building. Since that meeting, our organizations did so much good together. Not only our teams complete each other perfectly, and for this we wish to thank the entire Federation team. At one point in a presentation I gave to one of your missions in Israel, Mark introduced Bubu as his brother from another mother. We were all very touched. Just a small comment to Mark, you don't need to mention from the another mother thing, it's sort of obvious. Federation team, Leah, thank you. You jumped so many times since we met. A huge thank you from the thousands of Israelis and Americans that we were able to do a mitzvah and restore some hope due to the projects we did together. And about this project, to all of us, it's a lesson. People said it is at a level of too optimistic to be realistic. So we took it one notch up, from too optimistic to be realistic, to so optimistic that it became realistic. End of October, a year ago, before we get to the main group over here, I want to speak about 6 magicians. 4 of them are in the room tonight. My team. Please come here. Shir, Mika, Ortal, Ido, and Noah and Aviv, who couldn't join us today. All this, and all we did this year was done by this tiny group with big talent and huge hearts. And I just brought them on stage to tell them one thing. Told you we can do it. Many people ask me what's next. I want to share that a while ago, when I consulted with my dear friend, Rabbi J. Moses, which some of you recognize from the video before and some of you know, about the amount of energy it took me to build this organization. You know, it's not easy being a delivery guy. I deliver mitzvahs to your door. It's heavy. It takes a toll. Rabbi J. simply said, I do not know how, but you must continue doing this. His answer reminded me of a quote from an Israeli movie, one that will put a smile on many faces over here. You start as strong as you can, and slowly, slowly, you increase. I have plans to do more, much more, but let's make a deal first. You follow me, help me grow this movement. I'll come up with crazy ideas, and you guys jump. Do we have a deal? I'm happy we covered that. October 7th, 6:30 a.m. The reason we are here tonight. The people that jumped left their families in the safe room and went out to fight. The sacrifice you all made, the weight you all carried on your shoulders and are still carrying was not recognized enough. Be proud of yourselves, my friends, for sitting here today. You are here this week receiving help and giving so much back to us. You have a path. We don't know exactly where it goes, but you're on it. So here we are, all of us, saying thank you. We see you. Please take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Be there for your community. And I promise, in the name of every soul in this room, to do anything in our power to be there for you. Thank you. I would like to invite someone on stage with me, Rabbi Jeffrey Serkman from Larchmont Temple. Please join me. I spoke at Rabbi Serkman's temple a while ago, and we haven't met before. And when I finished talking, Rabbi came to speak about me, and he said something around that God connects between people, and that I'm doing God's job by putting people together. I'm not sure that's exactly what you said, but if you meet my mother, that's what you heard, okay? Please join me for a quote from a very important Jew, Mr. A. Einstein. The fun fact is that all the Americans in this room are thinking Albert, while all the Israelis are thinking Arik. So Arik it is. We will start in English. And please, when we move to Hebrew, my friends here, תצטרפו אליי.
Between the dark and the hidden. In our bitter world, they say there is yet a hope. It is called love, and we await its arrival. Between the past and the future, between the treasure and rock bottom, they say there is yet a hope. It is called love, and we await its arrival. Between the confusion and the disaster, know that there is a solution. It is called love. Between the fake and the real, between all that is alive to dead, there is love. I am filled with love, and it will awake and know. I am filled with love, and it will win.
בין האפל הנסתר, בעולמנו המר, אומרים שיש לו תקווה, קוראים לזה אהבה, ומחכים לבואה. בין האתמול לעתיד, בין האוצר לתחתית, אומרים שיש לו תקווה, קוראים לזה אהבה, ומחכים לבואה. בין הבלבול לאסון, תדעו שיש פתרון, קוראים לזה אהבה.